Welcome back to another Reptile Jones video, and this one is after the show. In this video, first I'm going to talk about a little bit about the show, some of the animals I've seen, and then I'm going to get into the new additions that I did pick up while I was there at the show. So if you've not been to the Cleveland show, it's definitely a good show to go to. It's one of my personal favorites. You know, they've got a lot of good variety, but what I really like is the variety of colubrids you can find at the show. Of course, I am a colubrid guy. I love the Corns King's milks, rat snakes, hognose, all those snakes, the beauties. You know, I just love them. I love all those variety of snakes, and of course there is a vendor there who has amazing animals, and definitely more than I could even imagine, really. Every time I go there, I'm at some of the stuff that they have displayed on their table, and I just, I love it all. Well, I can't really say much more than that, and that it's just really awesome variety that they carry. And of course, there's your typical stuff for those who are interested in the ball pythons and the different leopard geckos and the boas. There's plenty of that, bearded dragons and stuff. But I like those little odd colubrids, so that's why the show is definitely one of my top favorites. So let's get into what I did pick up, and I found this particular snake on Facebook in a Facebook group. He was selling it. I seen the location that the area he lived in. Asked him if he would if he could meet me at the show, and I was very interested in the animal that he had. And that animal is this little guy here. It is a male of the species, and at first look you might think it's some type of corn snake, but this guy is much more than just a corn snake. This here is a snow, see him on camera here. This is a snow Texas rat snake. Something that I don't really see at all, honestly. I almost didn't even know that these things existed. And so once I seen this guy, I seen the price that he was asking for it, I just thought, you know what, I had to get this. And quite honestly, I thought I was purchasing a hatchling because the price I felt was that good. Now he is a little bit of got a little bit of I don't want to say an attitude, but there's definitely some trust issues that we need to work out here. But that's not a problem for me. Yeah, I was very grateful and positively surprised at the size of this guy. Of course, this is going to eventually be bred to the scaleless Texas rat snake that I own, that female. So potentially I could produce some babies this coming spring, which I really hadn't planned on doing, but for another, let's see, it'd be like 2019. But the size of this guy and the size of her, it's very well potential that, I could create some babies. And pairing him with her, what we are going to get is we're going to get all normal babies, but they're all going to carry. Ooh, it's okay. So he's got a little bit of an attitude. That's fine. We'll work with him. What we're going to get is we're going to have. They're all going to be 100% het for scaleless, albino, and for the Anri gene. So definitely some little powerhouse animals there. But yeah, we're looking forward to seeing those babies. And of course, I would hold back some of those and keep them back for future breeders. But so that's the first snake there. And I don't know if the camera is going to pick up the colors. Let's see how well this camera does. He is primarily white, but he definitely has some yellow wash to it. Really, you can't see no pattern on him. Of course, he has that typical big old head that you would expect from the Texas rats. Almost has that bug-eyed, but not quite like what you see in the leucistics. So definitely going to be a fun breeding project. And like I said, I really didn't know that this mutation existed, so I'm definitely pleased about that. So let's go ahead and put this guy back, and then I'm going to get out the next one. Okay, so the next addition to the family is this little itty bitty snake right here, and this is a lavender striped female corn snake. I really was very pleased to be able to find this guy. I didn't think I was going to be able to find one. As you know, I've been looking for them, and it's been a little bit of a challenge to try to find something isolated away from like the anery or the charcoal or the caramel gene. A lot of times the lavender has been mixed in with those things. So when I found this little itty bitty girl, I was definitely pleased. The gentleman actually had 2 of them, and I really wanted to purchase them both, but I was sticking to my budget, and I only picked up the one. And you know, if it's meant to be, the other one will be there and available at a future show that I go to. So we'll just see how things work out with that. But definitely pleased with this little snake. You know, because this is some new blood for the other lavender corns that I do keep in the collection. If you remember, the hypo striped and the hypo lavender striped pair that I already own. So this will add some new blood to that breeding group. So that's why I picked it up. And this one here already has a name, and that name came about because when I got home that day with this little itty bitty baby snake, my stepdaughter, who is going to be 5, you know, she wanted to hold the snakes because, you know, she is not afraid of them, and she really likes them. And so she was holding this little baby snake in her hands, and she asked me if I had a name for it, and of course I had not. And she asked if she could name it, and I told her, well, sure, you can name it. You know, not knowing what I was going to get for a name. I definitely thought it was going to be some Disney character or such. And so she looks at it and she says, how about we call it Little Tail? So I said, that's a pretty good name. We're going to stick with that. So this little lavender stripe, we are going to call Little Tail. But so another female to the collection, you know, a future breeder to add some fresh DNA into the lavender striped line that I already own. So definitely looking forward to that, but it's going to be a good probably 3 to 4 years before this little girl is ready to produce babies of her own. So, you know, there's going to be a lot of time left with her. But definitely pleased with the show and all that I've seen there. Obviously didn't have enough money to get all of the things that I was really liking, but hey, that's the fun of it. That's the joy of, you know, being able to go back next time and hopefully find those animals again, and maybe I'll just have the money for them then. But that's going to be it for this video. I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking till the end, and until next time, later.
Shut up and sit down.